Hello, I'm Alicia Davis.
And I'm Stacy Watson.
We are the founders and co-owners of Transformative Leadership Strategies, a coaching, training, and team building company. And we want to thank you for downloading our Skyrocketing Your Confidence as a Leader guide. And we are so excited. We want to share some videos with you to support you going through the guide. And, confidence is a really important topic with our leaders, isn't it, Stacy?
It so is. In fact, this topic is woven into every leadership program that we have created, facilitated, offer. And I think it's because we hear about confidence from leaders all the time. Maybe it's moments that a leader feels not so confident, or sort of an aspiration to feel more confident moving into a new role. Whatever the situation is, it seems like confidence comes up a lot. And because it's such a big topic and so complicated, we decided to try to create some sort of an approach or tool that we could use just to break it into some smaller pieces and begin to maybe understand it in a little bit more of a granular way. And so that's really all at the heart of the guide that we created.
That's right. And so in the guide, whether you have it in front of you or not, is a confidence wheel. We broke it into 8 confidence factors. And today we're talking about the first factor, which is about being in the moment and cultivating presence. And what do
Mhm.
we mean by that, Stace?
Well, as part of the guide, you'll get a simple definition. And, for purposes of confidence, being in the moment really has to do with being able to bring your awareness and intention into the present moment as often as possible. I don't think most of us feel we do it all the time. And it can be really helpful as a leader to be able to recognize I really need to be in the moment right now, whether I'm making a decision, dealing with a challenging situation, or just needing to take a breath, right?
That's right. That's right. It's about bringing we always talk about our awareness, like what are we aware of that we're focusing on, and then creating intention. So, what do we want
Yes,
to do about it once we notice it, right? And so, we have
absolutely.
on here, Stace, I know you love to tell stories. One of the ways that we can notice if we're not, sometimes it's easier to notice what we're not doing, right? So, if we are noticing that we are worrying about the past or the future, or if we notice that we are really one of the ways that we might notice this is we start really kind of spinning out in our own mind, right? There's so much going on that
Yes.
we don't even know what to do exactly, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think that story is one that I know as a coach I hear often, and it's just the feeling of overwhelm. There's so much to do, competing priorities, all important things, and feeling like I don't quite know even what the next right thing to do is. And that's a moment where I think bringing some presence and intention into that feeling of overwhelm, that feeling of kind of swirling or spinning can really just ground us. And it's really helpful because as leaders, we have a lot of decisions to make and we have a lot of priorities to, sort of balance and juggle. So I think this one, we start with this one always because it is so foundational to what it means to sort of feel like you can be an effective leader.
That's right. And so one of the ways that we would invite you also even to try a little thing that's helps to bring a little bit more presence. We call it a purposeful pause. And I'm just going to invite everybody right now to literally just pause for a moment. If you want to close your eyes, you're welcome to do that. But literally to pause, to bring your attention inward and just take one breath. Just take one breath in and exhale out. And just notice one breath and what that feels like. And if you have enough time, you could take 2 or 3 breaths. So for today, one breath and one simple action. So when you're doing the wheel, notice where you score on the wheel and notice if this is one area where maybe you think, oh, I could do a little something that would help me feel a little bit more in the moment, a little bit more present, a little bit more often. Jot that down in the action guide at the end. So thank you so much. And we would love to hear anything that you do on the wheel. So email us info@tlstransforms.com.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.